They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Stop it! You're ignorant.
Look, there comes one of them now.
Yeah, you know what? That reminds me. I'm just looking at the chat. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Hello, everyone. It's Wednesday, November 13th. I just realized that Mr. Dangles had something that I was going to play for you guys tonight, but I don't know where it is. And don't kill me. We're going to have to come back to it. So, hi. It's just Dennis and I tonight, and we are happy to provide you with all the funny that there is to find.
Yes, there's so much funny.
Out
So
of
much funny.
cluster F that was. What is that little tiny baby airplane?
This is it's a little sample of Still Austin bourbon. It's from Texas. Everything in it is made in Texas, so it grows everything. So I'm gonna give this a whirl tonight.
Oh, well, that's going to be like all of 5 minutes. You're going to taste
No,
it.
it's a
and
full. It's a full.
It's an airplane bottle.
Yes, I know. Well, I'm trying it just to see if I really like it.
Okay, what's it called again?
Still Austin.
Still Austin.
Yes.
Because it wasn't Austin before. Now it's still Austin.
Nice little thing, and there's still some left.
Oh, come on. Let me see. Do the whole pour. Let me see how much fits in that glass. See, look at that. That was another tablespoon you just put in there.
Yeah.
Now, how much was that little bottle there?
It was like $2.99.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, that's why I wanted to try it. Try before you buy.
All right. Which is your favorite bourbon or whiskey bourbon or?
Ooh, that's pretty good. Old Forester's my favorite rye. I like Maker's like Cash Strength or Maker's 46.
Yeah.
Those are my ones. And your other half turned me on to Rebel Yell. I actually like that. That's a good pounding bourbon.
Rebel, yeah, it's a pounding bourbon.
That's a pounding bourbon. That's a cheap bourbon. It's good.
Pounding bourbon. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, hi everybody. And what we're gonna do tonight is we're gonna kind of review what Howard did today. It's a fever dream. I gotta be honest with you. I don't think I remember a single thing that happened.
I do, unfortunately. That's why I'm drinking.
Yeah, it was just kind of brutal. It was a brutal day. I was just telling Dennis, which I'm very excited about. We were just talking about the weather and the potential of like some stupid depression that's coming through, but we're not going to worry about it. It's just going to go away. And what I'm going to do, since, today is basically our Friday, even though I might do a Patreon on Friday, if the Tyson fight is that night, and I can get us like a legit link where we can watch it. So if you guys are going to be around, I think it starts at like 8:00, but it shows that it's like a 4-hour and 45-minute long.
I think the fight is probably at 10.
Right, so it's probably not 10. I'm sure there's going to be a card, with a couple of fights on it prior to that, but we're not going to bother with all that.
We don't care about that.
We'll just go to the main thing, and so if we can do that, we will be there on Patreon. And if Dennis can join, he will. If Xavier can join, he will. If anybody can join, they will. But we're not going to really have a lot.
Definitely by the later part of the night, because I have a car show at my daughter's high school.
Oh, sure.
And I'll be home by 8:30.
Okay, well, I'll probably be asleep by 10. But so I'm going to try.
Oh, come on! If the fight starts at like 10,
I'm kidding.
Come on, you got. Come on, it's next day Saturday. Come on.
No. I can rally for it.
Have some espresso.
Yeah, I can do this. Oh my God. If I had espresso at night, I would never fall asleep.
Oh, I can drink it right now and fall asleep right after the show.
My mother can drink like 5 cups of espresso right now and fall asleep in a half hour. This is amazing. I don't know how you people do that. You people. That's right.
Yeah, you people. That's right. Who are you talking about? You people.
You people who can drink coffee. All right. So today's show was kind of weird. It was all build up to these weirdos that came in for for the big tour.
When we played the clips of that, I got some thoughts.
Well, we all have thoughts.
I got some thoughts on that. Everything about today's show, though, was just an exercise in laziness. Pretty much, yeah. It was pretty much how little effort can I do and can everybody else do to make a show happen? Yeah, we found out.
We did find out.
Yeah.
We did find out. And it was horrible, as you would expect. I'm just really quickly looking on Reddit to see if there's any pictures from anybody showing them in.
I bet they took their friggin' cell phones too.
But yeah, there's nothing.
I guarantee they took their cell phones.
Oh, I bet you you're right. I bet you the only person allowed to show anything. Yes, you're exactly right. The only person allowed to show anything from that was probably them. That's probably absolutely correct.
Yes. So they put them in the little Ziploc bag and then put them in the locker.
Yeah. The Wordle thing was really bizarre too.
You mean the advertisement for Wordle?
The advertisement.
I don't know why.
Well, no, I get it, because how many times have we said that these people have absolutely nothing to do, and basically what they're doing is they're playing like games in the back office because there is nothing for them to do, and I believe that to be true. Like, I believe that they do absolutely nothing all day. But we're gonna talk about that momentarily. We'll get to it because God knows there's really not that much.
Yeah, the opening of the show. I imagine you skipped that first half hour, right?
I
it was
think
Marianne and Bobo. I mean,
yeah, nothing
with a nothing burger, nothing thing. I mean, to make a long story short for this, because we're not going to play this. The show opens with Bobo talking about getting praise for the suggestion of having the Whackpackers take that what is it, psychotic test.
Yeah.
And then Marianne's like, she suggested, I mean, it was literally a fight that no one cared about. It was literally the Who Gives a Shit channel 100%. Because it's like, okay, so what? I mean, first of all, this isn't splitting the atom kind of idea.
No.
I mean, to give the Whackpacker that test, okay, yeah, and not really groundbreaking here, guys.
None of it is important. None of it is relevant to anything. And the fact that both of those numbskulls are like pitching ideas is bizarre to me. And I think that I actually took was her pitching ideas. So let's just start a show because they have exciting things to get to, and of course, the exciting thing that they had to get to was Bob.
Hi-yo. Hey now. Well, hey now. Hey now. Hey now. Well, here's something interesting. I became aware of this late last night. Here, let me line this up for you. This is interesting to anyone who is a fan of the show. Bobo, hi.
Okay, that's all you need to hear. Like,
holy, I thought I misheard. I thought like I was driving back from dropping off the Intrepid Assistant, and I thought the radio wasn't working right, because I'm like, no, there can't be this much dead air for the start of the show. It's 7:00 in the morning. It's the start of the show, and literally has the energy of ice melting.
I mean, and they're starting the show with Bobo, and then worse than that, starting the show with Bobo and
Marianne.
And I mean, nothing you need to hear other than the fact that Marianne says that Bobo took the idea because they all thought it was so amazing when he was first on. I don't even know what day it was. It's like I said,
2 days. Yesterday. It was yesterday. This had two things involved in it. It was a fake fight and a victory lap. All the same thing. It's amazing.
So Bobo yesterday had pitched the idea of doing the psych test on the Whackpack. They all thought it was a great idea. We're absolutely going to do this. And then Marianne from Brooklyn says, oh, hold on one moment. I pitched that. I was talking to Bobo about it. And then he took my idea. So now that, and again, I can't even believe I'm wasting more than a minute's worth of breath on this. But now that that idea has been kiboshed, or not kiboshed, but that's something they're actually going to do. Then, of course, Marianne, being the incredibly brilliant overachiever that she is, has another brilliant idea she's going to pitch for us.
Howard, what did you think about the idea of the psych test for the mothers, like Wolfie's mom, Sam's mom, stuff like that? I think that's a good pitch,
It's a good pitch.
How about all the people in government take one?
Whatever. Okay. So they're pitching ideas.
Wow.
Marianne pitching ideas. Can we just wrap our heads around that for a second?
So not only are they doing show pitching and discussion on air, like show prep is being done on air.
Yes.
Now show prep being done on air is done with a listener. Pitching shitty
but
ideas.
Worse is that those listeners, in some way, shape, or form, have somebody's ear in the 70 plus in the back room that they would even actually deign to pitch ideas.
It hurts my head.
I know.
I mean, really, it hurts my head to think about that. This is a show that Sirius is dumping, tens of, if not close to $100 million in total budget towards.
Yeah.
And this is where they get ideas from.
This is the best you're going to get.
This is the best you can do. You have 70 people on staff that SiriusXM is paying. And you have your host, your co-host, the guy that plays sound effects, kind of, sort of, and is just angry. A executive producer that does nothing. All these people making friggin' 8 figures. 8 figures, these people. 7 or 8 figures they're making. And literally, you're taking a pitch from a housewife in Brooklyn who sounds like
a semi-retarded school driver instructor guy.
Yes, she literally sounds like the person that drives the bus.
Okay. So then we go on a little bit, and the caller calls in with an interesting question. And of course, it always, begs the question.
Chris, you're on the air in Canada.
Hey, this is kind of interesting. Fuck Bobo, by the way. Anyways, but first of all, the thing that's really frustrating about this is it's a great idea. You asked for it today, and they say it's going to take 2 weeks. And this is the same thing with the Wolfie call. Why is it taking 2 weeks for this shit to get done?
That's right. These ideas aren't that involved, it doesn't seem, but evidently they are. And I know people, when they hear a good idea on the air, they want it instantly. I'm the same way. I like to get it right on the air. But no, it's going to take time. Don't forget, the doctor is busy. We got to line her up, and then she's got to go to administer the tests and then review them. And it's also,
we got to schedule all of the people we want tested.
Yeah, I know.
Now let's consider the fact that me and you and Xavier sort of took the test online. It took us 5 minutes for 3 of us to do it.
Yes.
And we were done. And then it's calculated for you at the end.
Correct.
So,
well, let me even tickle your ass with a feather even a bit more. No. These are people that have absolutely nothing on their schedule. That doctor has nothing on their schedule. The Whack Packers have nothing on their schedule. Literally, there's free time to be had. And many hours of free time.
And that whole crew still works an additional 2 days after Howard is gone for the week. So it's not like they can't get their shit together in the next 5 to 7 days.
I mean, literally, this should have been done this week completely.
You know what? It's literally like government inefficiency. That's really what it's like. It's a bloated group of human beings who all have one individual job. One pushes the pencil, the other one takes the pencil and puts it in the cup. I mean, this is the way they work.
This actually can be used as an example of how government works.
So they have like a circle jerk of activity. They will have meeting upon meeting to make sure they get the right people to take the quiz. You gotta believe that some of the more mentally wrong ones aren't even going to be able to process the information. Therefore, it's of no use whatsoever. But sure, let's do it because it's fun.
Why not?
And because you might be a psycho. And High Pitch Eric is probably the only one who really is going to be genuinely like a psycho.
But he is not even going to do it because he's not getting paid. So
there's that. So
because he hasn't shown up. it's so funny though, because I was talking to Mrs. Chair about this contest, and literally I'm like, you realize that they told these people that supposed to have jobs that they need to be doing something, which means you really don't have a job. If you have to be told to look like you're busy when people are visiting, you don't have work.
Right. To
You
look
actually do nothing.
What am I going to do when these people come in?
I don't know, work.
If when I was working, somebody came and they said, we're going to have kids coming around and they're going to see what you guys are doing. You know what I'd be doing? I'd be working.
Well, I mean,
here, this is
Mrs. Chair's a veterinarian. You know what? When people come and see, you know what she's doing?
She's vetting
veterinarian things. She actually has an animal and doing things to it.
That's
it's
what
crazy.
You do. That's what you do. But with a person like JD, who, when you go to his office, all he's doing is searching the internet and the TV for mentions of Howard Stern. That's his job. Mm-hmm. That's what you put on your resume. Oh, and on-air talent, I guess, is what he's supposedly.
Yes, but on-air talent with that.
Fucked up, and nothing is making me happier than relishing in the fact that he is absolutely fucking miserable since his divorce. But we're going to come back to that in a little while.
I can't wait. Did you get the little clip from Steven Singer with him?
No, fuck Steven Singer. I don't know.
No, but it was actually kind of funny. When we get to it, I'll kind of bring it up because it's actually really funny.
I want to share the screen for our next visual.
Yes, please.
So they're talking about food, and they're talking about, I guess Steven Singer maybe was in there. He was talking about Jason, and
yes.
I don't even know what the reference was, but here's what they're saying. So in classic scenario, and then, by the way, I don't care what any of you say. There's no way in hell that John Hein's wife is not absolutely.
She's a midget.
A midget. Oh, she's a midget.
She should be down wintering with Barnum. I mean, seriously.
She's a midget.
She should be in Gibsonton wintering right now.
So small and thin, but yet apparently what she does is she makes the most fattening, disgusting cookies for the staff.
Who does that sound like?
Yes, exactly.
Debbie's cookies are like a whole meal. One cookie, man.
They're phenomenal, Howard. Oh, they're heaven.
John Hein's wife is super fit. She doesn't eat any of that crap, but she makes cookies.
She is
and then
so thin.
Oh, they're so good.
And she stuffs them with candy bars and Oreos.
Sure.
So it's like candy in a cookie. Yeah.
Sure.
So was it good?
It's a whole meal.
Yes, it was good. I didn't know about that. It was a nice little reveal in the middle. What was like a ho-ho or something? A ding-dong? It was something very nice in the middle.
Cookies with a
ding-dong. That's you. Get out of here.
Don't talk about ding-dongs.
So, we've seen pictures of the other Hines in that family who all clearly take after John. But she,
sadly so,
with her waif-like appearance, will feed others, as we envisioned yesterday with Beth feeding all of her animals so much fucking food that they I can't imagine that they're not vomiting on a constant basis. But she is giving, and her husband's a diabetic, and she's making like shit food for the family. I just don't understand. I don't understand people like her.
I don't think it's for the family. I think it was for him because since the people were coming in, I think that's why it was done.
No, she specifically said that everybody's cookie. Debbie makes cookies for the staff, and they eat them. And
for the staff.
Yeah,
but horrible staff.
But why? And let me just
just like Beefus overfeeding cats.
Debbie Hein. Sure, let's go to Debbie Hein. Let us just remember that she's feeding cookies to this as well. So Debbie can be the skinny, frail. Look at her arm. Like her poor child's arm is like triple the size of this little freakish midget. Just by the way, she has 4-inch heels on, and she still literally comes up to his shoulder. I mean, she's
that pantsuit bothers me so much.
Everything about that suit bothers me. And don't put this picture up of your daughter. Don't put this picture up.
That was not good.
It's just awful. They're really just awful. Anyway, so that's the Debbie Hein thing. All right, let's move on. And again, I'm just giving you select visage for tonight because, again, it was one of those shitty days where nothing went on.
No, some stuff went on, but
Okay. Then Richard and Sal come in.
Oh, Jesus wept.
I'm really just touching on this, and I physically mean touching on it. So they do something called Gay Chicken, and they do it for the show. And they apparently need motivation for Gay Chicken. And
well, nobody else
How
on
much
staff
extra?
wants to step up to do it either.
Oh, Richard, how much extra is it to have you and Sal stick your fingers in each other's assholes?
All we said was we've done Gay Chicken in the past, and Sal and I have
Right.
always been up for it. But there's a prize because you got to be motivated to do something. Sal and I are not excited to just stick a finger up each other's ass.
No.
You got to have a motivation.
like that.
Who is this? I know who the show is for. It's for him. I mean, dear God, seriously. I mean, it's like, Sal has like teenage boys. I mean, this is like, no, just no.
You are absolutely right, Dorian Morgan.
Oh yes.
If Beth had kids, they'd be obese too. Absolutely. Absolutely. Until her Munchausen by proxy kind of kicks in and she says, "Oh, sweetheart, I will help you. I will help you." She'll feed them until they're like at the point of vomiting. And then she'll step in and be like this stunning, thin, anorexic bitch who you see this all the time.
Yes.
With these incredibly heavy-set children with like the mother superstar person who clearly overfeeds her family. I mean, that's how they live their lives, vicariously through their children. And that includes food. So yeah, let's continue with Gay Chicken.
What we want you to do.
It's what we want you to do.
But it's funny if you don't want to do it.
Exactly.
You should
I'm
be
taking
fingering
your advice.
Sal, you should be fingering each other's assholes, and then to put a button on it, you should lick each other's fingers afterwards. That's funny.
Is it really, Gary? Gary, is it really?
I have no idea on what planet that is funny. Because this planet, it is not funny. There's nothing funny about this.
But they get letters that say it's funny, so it must.
Yeah. They're written by the guy in aisle 4, desk 3.
They say it's funny. It must be true.
There's nothing even remotely comedic about this. I mean, it's gay bathhouse, and for their closeted zookeeper.
And
boss.
honestly, Richard and Sal are like violently unfunny pigs.
They have gotten to the point where I don't know if they have the ability to be funny anymore. Even if they tried, I don't think they can.
It's kind of like it's kind of like a singer who can't get out of like that wheelhouse of what they do, and they keep putting out album after album that sounds exactly like the same. They could all like fold into each other, and it's all the same shit. And they don't realize that there's no growth in that at all unless you kind of expand a little bit or do something a little bit different. And
well, the thing is that the Stern Show has actually reeled them both in to the point where they're like a batter that's been on the IR for a year. There's no way that he can go back and start hitting again, and without a lot of work. And that's what they are. They've been unfunny for so long. I don't think they could be funny again. I honestly think they're literally no longer be funny.
Well, I think the point is that they keep going back to the Tradio well, the gay antics well.
Well, they make the boss happy.
So no, they reached their peak of what you might consider funny probably about 10 years ago. And ever since then, it's all been downhill because they think that whatever it was that made them funny 10 years ago is still something that we want to hear. And they're so wrong, but yet they still have full-time jobs making a lot of money. And I don't understand that.
Because they make the boss happy because this is what he wants to hear. He wants gay antics because that's what he wants to hear. He's closeted friggin' zookeeper. I mean, that's literally what he is. And he wants to hear this.
Sky Spectre, we will go back to that. The Garfield thing. I was just wondering if there was any update on that, but so we'll get to that by the end of the show. But what's more important than listening to Howard play a little guitar for your listening pleasure, my silly billies. So here he is doing scales. And again,
before you get to that, the part with the Richard and Sal, after that, Howard, they were talking about like prostate things, and Howard was talking about his prostate exam, and literally it was almost like Dear Penthouse letters. I mean, seriously, the amount of joy you could kind of hear of this experience for him was literally like Dear Penthouse letters. It was nothing more. Oh my God. It's like, Jesus, just come on out, please. Please. It's okay. It's okay.
Very into talking about his prostate today. And
He
so
loves it getting examined.
and so is Ronnie, because he goes to a female doctor. Who gives a shit? Nobody really cares about this.
I know, but it was just so bizarre. Like it sounded like a penthouse letter the way he was talking.
It was horrible. Can I go to scales now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Seem hard to you, but to me it is. I mean, it's seem hard to you.
He says this may not seem hard to you, Robin, but to me it is, because this is what I do. I train
You, but to me it is.
Yeah,
I mean, it's let me see if I can do this. It's this. I mean, it's this incessant going over and over these scales, you know? And you just keep doing this shit over and over again.
Come on. But that's to help your fingers get used to moving around the strings, right?
Yeah, but then there's other scales that it's
Oh my God. The poor guitar.
I don't even know how it goes. It's just over and over and over again.
All right, so we should almost play the clip of him in 2020 actually playing along with Jan Hein, with perfect melody and perfect pitch.
Melody. I think you did you link to that? You linked to it on our site, right?
Yes, I did. I actually put it in the thread on RadioGunk.com.
Yes, I'm going to go there. Let's go take a look. See,
because he's been playing guitar since at least the mid 80s. And when he met Dee Snider, definitely they was starting and he always had music lessons growing up because he knows how to play the keyboard and piano.
Don't you remember him telling the story about when his mom took him to Guitar Center or whatever because he wanted
the new made up story? The new made up story.
I think he was like 18 at the time. So he wasn't even like a child, but his mother is still taking him.
Yes, of course she is. But he had music lessons all his life.
I found it. Here. Okay. So if you didn't hear this yesterday, we were just talking about, you hear the way he's sounding like really shitty doing his scales and whatever. But, this is John Hein also learning the guitar, and then him.
I heard you've been playing guitar in quarantine. Like you've decided to teach yourself guitar. Is that correct?
That is true.
Yeah.
How's that going?
I think I'm doing great. And my wife and daughter are like, what are you playing? What song is that? I'm like, come on, you can't tell. And they can't tell.
What songs are you working on?
Would you like me to tell you, or would you like to try and figure out what I'm playing?
All right.
Let's play Name That too.
I chuckle at the fact that they make so much money. They are such a huge show. And, she's on cam, Howard's on cam, and John Hein is basically using his laptop.
All right, let me hear a song.
Yeah. He has the same setup I do.
Any idea?
John Hein Unplugged, ladies and gentlemen.
I think Robin has it. Come on, Robin.
It's is it called Walk Alone?
I'm telling you, man, I think you're a prodigy. Head of hair, long, beautiful hair. Really?
Oh, it is?
toward the end. Toward the end. There you watch him pull the guitar out.
That's horrible. What is that?
It's the beginning of Hotel California.
Let's start the world's shittiest band. We'll call it Fleetwood Big Mac.
So funny.
That's you playing, my sweet lord.
I was with you, Howard.
Oh, we were jamming.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there was Howard playing the beginning of My Sweet Lord, and it was in tune, and it was actually the correct notes. It's pretty amazing. All of a sudden, in 4 years, he doesn't know how to even do that anymore. Strange.
Hard to use over
Look at this now.
You know? You just keep doing this shit over and over again.
God.
Yeah. So there is some there's some sort of something afoot here, because I don't know what the end game of this is. Is it to be the eternal victim or what? Because he knows how to play much better than what he does. What this is.
Yeah, I feel like this is like the giant bait and switch. So that like when he comes back from like his holiday or something like that, all of a sudden he's playing like really well or something. Like I feel like that's coming. I think that he's just fucking with. He's trolling his audience.
I absolutely 100% at this point, because this is embarrassing though, because like I said, wind and the internet are his enemy, because we have proof from years ago, even before 2020, where he was playing guitar and it actually didn't sound terrible.
Yes.
Because he could play, because he was always around instruments. He played the keyboard. He actually, in the Losers, he actually did play keyboard, and it actually wasn't bad. So he has the actual ability to play an instrument. And if you can play keyboard, you can learn to play a guitar. And I think he knew how to play a guitar because he was hanging around with Dee Snider. I mean, in the 80s, he was hanging around with Dee Snider.
I can't.
Yes.
I got 23 clips. I can't.
All right, I'm sorry. It's just this just pisses me off.
Then he's back into the quack thing, and
he's
lamenting how he's stuck in DC, whilst Imus, who by the way has been on the radio for 25 years at this point, how dare Imus be making more money than him because he's funny, not Imus.
Yeah, nothing infuriated me more than being a young man in Washington, D.C. I got women climbing onto speakers, and I'm giving them orgasms by humming into my microphone. And then I'd come to New York and visit my parents. And right in front of my parents, people go, "Oh, Imus is so funny." I was like, "No, you don't understand. I'm funny. Not Imus. He's quacking. I'm the funny one."
So cute. But you're quacking. I mean, he has literally quacked 5 million times in the course of the last 3 days.
So the later part of that clip.
I got it.
Oh, you got it. Okay. Yeah, the later part's even funnier.
Let's play it and we'll come back.
PM in Barcelona, Spain. Quack, quack. I should do a whole show of just quack, quack. 651 in Islamabad, where a lot of our soldiers are stationed. Just want to mention that. Yeah. Well, any case, I'm here now. I finally made it to New York. Took a long time, though, man, for me.
It's a long time.
Oh, I'd be rotting away in D.C. or Detroit or Hartford.
Pretty much the only jobs you ever had before you
Spent
made
less than a year in each place.
Well, DC was what put you on the map, so don't say you were rotting.
Well, I was rotting because guys like Imus were making I was making $40,000.
No, you weren't.
No,
you weren't.
Millions, and I was.
Because he should have been making millions.
But he wasn't making $40,000 a year at DC. He was making $200,000.
I know.
He was making real money in DC. They paid him to come to Detroit and be their morning guy on a major. I mean, that was a major station there.
Revisionist history at its finest.
I mean, this I was poor and didn't make any money. You were a millionaire. You were a millionaire in the early 80s.
Yeah.
A millionaire in the early 80s.
Lament the fact that That Imus was Imus was making.
Imus had been on the air for what? Yeah, 20 years at least.
So yeah,
I mean, he was. Yeah, exactly. Why doesn't he attack Wolfman Jack? He was also on WNBC.
He's jealous.
Been on for 20-something years.
Because he has a deep-seated jealousy of Imus. That's why. So then comes this whole conversation, which we loved, and that's why the thumbnail for tonight's show is what you saw. The fact that Gary is playing Wordle during a meeting is shocking to me. Now, let's consider the fact that, and listen, it's not that shocking considering that absolutely it is my morning ritual. I wake up, I walk my dog, I make myself an iced coffee, I sit down at my little kitchen bar, and I open up my New York Times app, and I play Wordle and Strands and Connections and 2 other games and the crossword puzzle. But that entire experience takes me from the time I sit down with my iced coffee to when I finish it. So let's say half hour, maybe maximum, max. And that's coming back into see what's going on the website, going back to another game. The Wordle alone takes maybe 5 minutes. The crossword puzzle takes, I don't know, 3. Strands maybe like 5. So everything is like maybe a 5-minute thing. And the fact that this is what he's doing during a meeting, as opposed to when he's home or I don't know, taking the train in or whatever, but that you save this shit for when you're in a meeting is shocking to me. And not shutting the phone off.
I honestly think that it was just done for content, to be quite honest. And I think this is an advertisement for Wordle. There's too much mention of Wordle. Wordle kept on getting thrown around way too much. It was very weird that all of a sudden this is a problem. It's just, yeah, I don't know.
No, and even Mehmet came in and said that's bullshit because they play games all day long. So Mehmet busted them completely, which I loved. So I have clips.
What else do they have to do? There's no work.
That's what I'm saying.
There's nothing else to do on this show.
There is nothing else to do. I am so hot right now. I can't begin to tell you. I'm dying. So I'm gonna.
My God, he's such such a high.
Can you talk to the people just for a second?
Hello, people of Earth. How are you? Oh, so yeah. But my morning is a hell of a lot different because I wake up and then I have to drive a trip assistant to her bus, and I drive back and I listen to this horrible show while drinking hot coffee and eating French toast sticks and sausages. Yeah, stripper Mo, if only. Mopar. Yeah. So I just I have like 6 to 8 cups every morning because otherwise I can't function. It's just the way life works. What is she trying to do in there? I mean, everybody admire how she like disappears and comes back. It's actually kind of a trippy effect there. So it's so weird when you lose your co-host. And she disappears again. Oh, there she is. Look at that. Yeah. You have to drink a lot of coffee, Jeremy. I mean, there's no other way. People don't drink coffee are weird. And I truly may say that if they can't drink coffee, it's not, there's something not right about them.
What are you
like
talking
Howard?
What are you talking about?
They were talking about drinking coffee. You have to drink coffee. If you don't drink coffee, there's something wrong with you.
See, but I can only drink 1 iced coffee a day. That's it.
I drink 6 to 8 cups of hot coffee a day, and maybe an espresso in the afternoon.
Okay, that's amazing to me.
Fine. And my blood pressure is like 110/68. It's pretty low. Sometimes it gets down to 105/60, 68, 65.
Yes, well, I guess you don't have the inferior genes that the Puerto Rican Italian here has. So,
oh, don't worry. If there are other people, other parts of my family, the blood pressure is like 160/100. Yeah. So. I got the low blood pressure. Thank God.
Okay, I feel better now. I shut my window because I was a little chilly when I got in here. I put my fan on, took the hat off. It was too much. It was just too much. I felt completely, and I got a sweater on, so I'm like dying. Okay, let's go to Wordle because this is just fun. These are fun clips, and I enjoy. I enjoy basking in their misery of stupidity. Here we go.
And Jason was annoyed at Gary because during the production meeting, he was playing a crossword puzzle. Gary, Gary's supposed to be in charge. And Jason said it was super annoying. Right, Jason?
Yeah, he's my fellow executive producer here. And it was a big meeting where it was all about this fan experience we're doing today. Like, it's one of those meetings where every department was involved, like serious departments, every video, audio, tech.
Circle jerk of the highest order. Circle jerk that they need 70 people plus in a meeting to have 10 people up at the office.
Yeah, and literally, like, all hands on deck for basically some guests
so
that are going to be watching on Zoom.
That Habit and Robin can be on Zoom, exactly.
The creative. And John Hein and I are leading everybody through exactly what's going to happen today, so everyone knows their roles and what they're supposed to do. And all of a sudden, we hear this sound come from Gary's cell phone.
Yeah, sound?
That sound. And anybody who
that is specifically the crossword puzzle. That's what it is.
Plays to New York
amazing
puzzles, which I do and several other people in that room do. That's the sound you get when you complete a crossword puzzle.
That's right. That's exactly right. So, yeah, it continues on.
Hey, Mehmet, what's up?
Gary fucked up yesterday, no question. But I cannot sit by while Jason gives him a hard time for that when both of them definitely play Wordle during the show a lot.
What is there to do?
What do we got to do around here? Have a no phone situation?
Policy.
Come on, guys.
Mehmet plays Wordle throughout the workday as well.
No, do it
constantly.
How do you play throughout the workday? So you only get one per day. Like you,
maybe you remember, we're not dealing with the sharpest tools in the shed here.
I mean,
it may be hard for them.
Like years just to see what different ones are, but
no, I think they can't finish the one.
I don't pay for the subscription. I have the free New York Times Wordle thing, which only gives you one.
Well, maybe they pay
per day, but okay, we're going. I'm weeding right now.
Forensic analysis on our phones. I have all the information to back it up. I have never once played during the show.
Nope.
So, but that's what they do. They play games during the show. Oh, how dare you, Xavier? How dare you be in the chat? You
nice
bastard. Bastardo. Okay. So Howard's trying to understand Wordle. Now, for those of you who don't know what Wordle is, I don't even know if I can pull it up here. So let's see.
You could just pull up a still picture of Wordle. There are pictures of it.
I got it here. How to play. So it's very, very simple. You put in a word. If it's green, it's in the right spot. If it's yellow, it's in the wrong spot, but you have a letter. Period. So I start with the same word every time. And some idiot that was on today says she starts with Stern. But I start with salad. Okay, none of the letters. So my next word is always proud. Proud. Oh, okay, there you go. 2 letters in the right spot. What the fuck is it? Okay, so that's the way it goes. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tries to get it right. So Robin tries to explain this to Howard.
No,
I already know what the word is because I did it already. So I didn't want to be like a dick and then get it in 3, even though I didn't get it in 3. Make believe that I was.
Is that it?
I was. Very good. Okay. So Howard's not understanding it, and
Thanks, Dangles.
No, they don't give you any letters. You have to decide on everything in Wordle. Yeah, what's your opening salvo? If that works out, you have a couple of letters maybe to work with, and then you go on until you find the word and you get 6 tries.
Just your explanation, I hate it already. I've known about Wordle for 8 minutes, and I despise it.
Oh, so everybody's trying to give us a word for it now. So hang on, I'm going to go back to the stupid Wordle so we can actually do it. Okay, hang on. Here we go.
All right.
All right. So, let's do Dangles first because he came in first. Frick. There we go. So it's 3 letters, PRI. Okay, so what do you guys want for Pelican? The price. No, we already have the E, and it wasn't one of them.
And D isn't one of them either, right?
Press. No, we already had the S, and it wasn't. Can't be pride because the D and the E are already done. The print. Let me see. I like that one.
This is a T though.
Now, see, so this is the way it works. So you prune.
No, because it's an I.
Oh, we got the I from prick.
We got an I from a prick.
Got an I from a prick. Yeah. So like that. We can come back to it if you guys keep giving more guesses as we go through. Okay. So then we get to meet the people. Which they jump right into. I guess everybody is in the no, there's no N, you guys. There's no there's no T, so it can't be print. I'll keep it up on the screen if you guys want to look at it, and you can come back to me with what you want it to be. Okay. Just remember what letters are already used here. Okay. Yeah, pig.
Oh, I think I know what it is.
No, that's SSY.
Go ahead. I know what it is. Is it prime? ME? Oh, the E's no are used. Yeah, that's right. I'm a retard. It's okay.
Primp.
Primp and perfect. Oh yeah, primp. Is it double P's? Look at that, primp. I was so close with the prime. I knew it was M. I knew it was an M.
Very good, everybody. Very good.
Damn.
See, but that's how it works. Okay, so good job. Good job, everybody in the chat. So now we get to meet the incredibly
the winners, quote unquote.
And, yeah, and they're all really weird, super fanish kind of people.
When you play the clip because you'll understand why I'm very suspicious.
Okay. Here, so let's play the first one.
One of them actually was in Italy, and when he found out he won, he dropped everything and flew to New York to be here today in the middle of his work assignment in Italy. That's Joe over here.
Something wrong with him.
Yeah,
Joe.
And then,
Joe, let me say hi to Joe.
Sure.
Hey, you left your vacation in Italy just to be with us?
He was there for work.
No, I was there for work. I'm supposed to be in Europe right now.
Right.
So I left. This is like
you're a good man. I can't believe
I have a good boss too.
Yeah. So they were segueing into how do I have all these people that are playing games during the day? And so the first question was, does anybody here work? And nobody really, I guess, raised their hands. I don't know what was going on.
No, nobody there works. No.
But it was kind of like, it was their version of like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, except you don't get to meet Willy and you don't get to taste any treats.
No.
You just get to see a bunch of stupid, lazy, heavyset miscreants making believe or pretending that they're doing jobs or whipping out the puppets or playing on the computer or whatever the hell it is.
The only person they could see in person would be Fred.
Right. And all they want to do is hear clips and, drops and how quickly he does it.
I mean, the other two were on Zoom. So you got to watch them on a TV monitor.
Good for you. Good for you. Okay. So then this chick comes on who wants JD.
Yeah, this is when the radar went straight up and I'm like, yep, DEFCON 5, we got a fake bit. We got a fake bit, everyone. We got a fake bit going on.
So 5 clips relating to this because the whole thing was just so insane. Yes, Helen Rose weeping with Jesus while eating cashews. Remember, if you're out of state, you have to pay airfare and hotel yourself.
Yeah, this is farcical.
Yes, but interestingly enough, most of the people that they chose were from the tri-state area. So, and I'm kind of remembering back now Okay, so let's just go to the chick who wants JD.
I mean, a lot of things.
How cute she is. Did you
Yeah,
send
she is, but
JD?
listen, I would not. I am not good for anyone right now. I am just not good for anyone right now.
Did you any nudes of yourself, or
No,
no? That's the problem, I think. He's
She
very
told me that he doesn't really respond to the request for dates, but that he does often look at her Instagram stories. You can see that he's
Not often. Sometimes he looks at my stories. I don't know if you're following me back. I'm not sure.
I did not follow you back, but
So weirdly, she's trying to like slip into his DMs on Instagram.
Yeah, so let's ever remind you what this woman is so hot for at this moment.
And I can't-
Let's just take a look at the prize that is JD. Let me blow this up because that's what he did. He blew up, and there it is. There is the Zexy. There is the Zexy that she wants right there. That Zexiness.
He's not really open to meeting anybody right now.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I mean, he's got to be beating him off with a stick with that neck beard and that shape of round.
Eesh. So here they are trying to push this chick or push JD into having some sort of
You
relationship.
got to leave the picture up when you're playing it because it just to show the absurdity of this woman wanting this.
I'm not in a good place. He's just not in a good place.
Do something you don't know about, like join Hamas, or
No,
I mean, what is going on? That
just,
I mean,
just
it's lovely.
through past experiences, not just the recent one, but just overall, just things have not gone well, and I don't feel I am. I don't want to get.
So you've given up on women? Is that what you say? You're giving up on women?
I mean, basically, right now, yes.
Ladies, you can't have them.
I feel I am a. I feel I'm a hindrance to other people. So
Barry is saying they did pay for my hotel when I went to the Stern show for what it's worth. So you're going to have to give us more context on that because all these people basically, when we read all the contest instructions, you're basically on your own. You come into the city, you do what you need to do, and that's it. Okay, so then they asked her what she said on her thing to get in, and she said, I didn't. I'm here with my girlfriend, and my girlfriend's daughter is 4 years old and has cancer. I mean, it's just...
This is where it became so absurd. It literally got to the point where it's like, why don't they just say that she just came from fucking Mars and she just landed in a spaceship and she has Riley Martin with her and they're all going to have a picnic later in the park. I mean, literally, this is so absurd at this point.
Sure.
That I can't even, then people asked, have they done contests before that were fixed? Yes, they did. Win Fred's money, 100% was fixed. When the person that came in was, that had a charity that they just gave the money to. Literally, Fred just threw in the towel, lost it, and then, or it was Gary. It was also Gary did it once too with the name that tune.
We're gonna come back. We'll come back.
I know, but this contest is completely farcical.
That horse that you're beating, she's dead. She's dead, Dennis. That horse that you're beating, she's dead. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna do like the Stern show. I'm gonna grind the bones and make paste.
Poor melon, exactly. All right, here we go.
So actually, I didn't win it, but Caitlin right here.
Let me see Caitlin. Where is she?
Caitlin is her friend.
Hi, Caitlin. How are you?
Hey,
Good to see you.
How are you?
What do you think of this
What did
budding
you put
romance?
to win this, by the way?
Sorry?
What did you say to win this?
Gosh. So I basically, my 4-year-old was diagnosed with cancer in September, and this was like the only thing. Thank you. I know. That's really kept me like laughing and going every day. Was
Diagnosed with cancer in September. It's November 13th. The contest was
started in the summer.
No. Remember, I threw it up there. Oh, it was a different contest. It was a different contest that people didn't win for. But then this one started in October and only ran for 3 weeks.
3 weeks, yes.
So the 2 weeks that and if your child has cancer, I'm so sorry for you. It's not even funny. But
I don't think there's a child. I don't think there's any cancer.
Dennis.
No, honestly, first of all, if shame on her. Wait, shame on her if she is going away from that child to go to this bullshit. Seriously, seriously, this is bullshit at this point.
These people that won, all literally
won.
They went to
just drive to the
as
hospital.
it turns out, hold on.
You have a 4-year-old daughter or son?
A daughter.
A daughter, and she is
Yeah.
she has leukemia. Does she have do they give her a positive outlook at all with the chemo?
Yeah, things are looking pretty positive, but you know
Okay.
it's tough. Yeah.
So as it turns out, though,
That's what everyone needs to take away, right?
And the other thing I wrote was both me and Stephanie went to the same high school that Sal went to. We obviously graduated later, but I became a history teacher, and Sal Does America threw me off a ledge.
So not only does her poor baby have cancer, but she went to the same high school as Sal. Ergo, she's from Long Island. Ergo, it was just a simple train ride.
Ergo, this is farcical. Ergo, this is an absolute joke, just like that Name That Tune with Gary.
I believe these people to be true winners.
I do not believe anybody to be true because as it goes on, first of all, the girl wanting JD, literally, no. Absolutely no. No. Absolutely no. No. No.
So then this other lady,
unless she looks like looks like the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
These people come to fruition the next couple of days, and then we can Ergo she's a low life from Long Island. Okay. All right.
Where is Lori? Lori, hi. How are you? What a classy human
I
being.
can't believe I'm talking to you. Oh my God, I love you so much.
Lori, I love you. Where are you?
She literally starts crying. This one.
From?
I'm from Greensburg, PA. It's
okay. She's from Pennsylvania. Again, nobody had to fly in. Everybody's local. Everybody's like
just like 20 miles east of Pittsburgh.
Oh, she's
right.
That's a long way, actually.
That's a long way.
I was at work and got the call from Danielle, and I thought she was just telling me that I was runner-ups, and she was kind of interviewing me. So we were chatting, and when we were done chatting, she said, "Well, I'm going to send you a release in your email." And I just couldn't speak, and I said, "Does this mean I won?" And she was like, "Yes." And I was just so excited, and ever since every day I brought my sister, and every day we're texting back and forth. I can't believe it. This is crazy. We're actually doing this.
She's actually shaking. She's so.
It's a great act. I gotta admit, she's wonderful.
Now, see, even Barry who went there, Barry who actually was in the audience for Gary music, Gary parody that he did. So you think I'm not reading the chat? I did.
She reads the chat.
I agree. I think they really were winners, but I'm sure they screamed.
I don't think they were because it gets more bizarre as we go on to the later ones. Because
I don't know where you're going with it.
The next couple are the ones that friggin' sealed the deal. It wasn't if the JD love affair thing wasn't enough.
Okay,
the couple.
Somebody pointed this out in the chat where he's asking this couple a question. And something gets like whispered.
Mm-hmm.
And at first I thought it was like part of the Ronnie Mund clip that was going on in the background as they're talking. And I tried to get it louder so that you guys can hear it after the clip. So you let me know what you think that they're saying. Okay, here we go.
A long marriage with your husband. Do you ever use any of Ronnie's sex tips to keep it hot, so to speak?
No, you have to ask my husband that question.
Okay, now I played it a little louder. Here we go.
All right, you're gonna.
I mean, did that sound like anything?
A long marriage with your husband. Do you ever use any of Ronnie's sex tips to keep it hot, so to speak?
No, you have to ask my husband that question.
It's something.
I don't know what it was.
But they obviously prompted them.
Yeah.
There was a prompt there, which is hilarious. But then again, do you have the second clip with these people? Because
not. No, what was it?
All right, so this couple.
I have the On the Plane with Gary.
No, wasn't that? There was more where the people that listen to the show and have friends. No,
I have that.
Okay, good.
I thought they called it.
There were two couples.
That alternate us. All right, so hang on. So then there's this other chick that conveniently enough.
All right, you're gonna get
there's
the
a fan here named Veronica. She actually.
By the way, here's the thing. I just realized how and why I hate Wolfie, and I detest him. And I realized why. It dawned on me today as I'm listening.
Why?
Whilst I was gardening, because he has a fucking deviated septum, and he always sounds like he's stuffed, and he can't really talk out of his nose.
That's why you hate him? I
Drives
hate him because he's a subhuman that exploits people.
crazy. It drives me crazy. He talks like that. Yes. So hang on.
Yes. Bye, Instagram.
Oh, we shall bid you adieu, Instagram. Hold on.
There you go, Instagram.
Let me remove them. Bye-bye. 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 All right, here we go.
You're going to get
There's a fan here named Veronica.
Veronica.
She actually was on a plane with Gary from Mexico to New York, and she observed him sleeping. I think he even drank orange juice. So
where is
she was
Oh,
very,
wow. She got to see the full experience.
Wow.
Wait, so the story gets more bizarre. And I mean, this is already farcical because the orange juice experience is just Gary when he was flying with Howard back from Las Vegas.
Right, but
Doesn't mean that Gary drinks orange juice every time he's on a friggin' airplane.
she witnessed him being parched, and also he was sitting in coach,
Which also is farcical. There's no way Gary's flying coach.
well, but we don't know how long ago this was. This could have been 20 years ago. We don't know. You know what I mean? There was no timeline.
Everything about this just sounds like stuff that was written out for them to say.
No,
and just
you're so crazy.
No, I'm not. I don't trust this show. This is a show that lies about the host lies about his ability to play guitar.
You guys are insane. I
may be insane. I'm listening to the show. I guess I am nuts.
He would probably agree with you, but I always think you guys are crazy when you do this, and I definitely think that they were there. That's it. Look at Barry. He's so funny. He's writing. My favorite part about going to the studio was seeing Scott the engineer limp down the hall looking like a sad sack. You know, I was thinking about that today. It was so funny. There was I can't remember how long ago it was, but on the podcast pre-Dennis, when it was like me and Arm and Grace, maybe we had done a thing with Scott or about Scott, and Scott was sweating, you know, and he had on like this polo shirt. And even the sweat on his shirt was sad. Like even the sweat.
He had sad sweat.
He had sad sweat. If I can find the picture, I'll do it for next week. But even his sweat was sad.
You know, I would like to. He's got to be happier now.
Oh my God, he's so happy.
He's got to be so much happier now. He's in Florida. He's enjoying the sun.
Listens to the show. You know, I think, I think he's living his best life now. So good on him. He was able to settle, get some money out of them, fuck them, and move on. Okay, so so these people start talking about like they're like the alternate us, basically. That they all
this is weird.
Weird like group text where all the talk about.
So listen to this clip, and you can't. I'm sorry, but you're gonna really people out there when you listen to this clip. You're going to start seeing what I'm seeing on this because this does not happen. I mean, first of all, somebody being entertained and laughing at this show, that is immediately a lie.
I mean, and you know what, though?
It's immediately a lie.
I do see it sometimes in Marianne from Brooklyn's feed. Like people actually engage with her about what happened on the show that day. And they're so excited to have conversation. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get the delusion.
I just can't. I can't buy into it. But this clip is just. Like,
I'm gonna.
God.
Don't even build it up. Let's play it. I don't even know if I have everything you want from it. So
I said every night they analyze the show and discuss every moment of everything that we do.
Wow.
You'd be surprised how many you've heard of these Oprah book club. There's a Oprah Howard Stern club where they all get together and discuss the show. It's amazing. A lot of people don't know about that. What are you looking forward to doing down here? What do you want to have happen?
Definitely want to see Fred's board. Hoping to see maybe a puppet show. And meet the
Fred's
staff.
got the puppets. You got to see Nowicki's, I think, prepared a puppet show for you guys. Steve, is that right? You have. Steve, let me make sure that you're going to get that. I want to make sure you get a good puppet show from Fred or Steve.
I want to see a puppet show.
All right. So what we missed at the beginning of that clip is that they message each other during the show about things happening on the show. I mean, literally, you talk about flat out mocking RadioGunk.
Are we the jaded ones? Like, it's so funny. Anytime anybody asks me, that I do this podcast, what's it about, Howard Stern?
I'm embarrassed.
And the next question always is, it used to be the podcast, and then it used to be, is he still on the air? But most of the time it's for Howard or against Howard. Like
I get mostly, he's still around?
Yeah, I used to get that, but now it's for Howard or against Howard. I'm like, I'm going to go with against, even though we were for. So we were fours that are now against. I don't know. You just have to listen. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, so that's what these people do. And they're all kind of weirdos. And
yeah, it's just so strange that because we know we're in their universe and they monitor this and they monitor the site. They monitor. We know that. It's just so weird that they had a couple on there that messaged their friends during the live show. And then at night, they have a recap with said friends of the day's show.
Yeah. Who does that? Who does that?
Nobody except us because we're insane.
Yeah. Okay.
We're not well.
Just reading some stuff. Howard made
some slutty blonde. Wait, what's slutty blonde?
Oh, be quiet. Howard made show. So Howard needed to talk to him, and he upgraded him only because he needed something. Yeah, actually, I have to tell you, the Gary in First Class with Howard and Howard making fun of Gary it's quite possibly one of the funniest things Howard has ever done. I mean, it was silly. It was stupid. His imitation of him was like really funny. I remember laughing at that. I thought that was really good. Okay, yes, we will get JD off.
Yeah, we can remove him now. We don't need the evidence anymore. This girl is lying.
And then, of course, Robin trying to justify JD's job because he doesn't know what he's going to do when it comes to him because he doesn't really.
Wait. You know what's even funnier is that Robin justifying anybody's job.
I know. It's pretty pathetic.
And you can only do so much. It's all. They're going to go see that puppet show and come to me, and I'm like, here's how I find a mention of Howard.
But you have an exciting job, JD. You do great things for us.
Yeah, but it's all within a computer, and you can only do so much. It's all.
You know what? You have a shitty job, JD. You'll never know anything other than what you do.
But Howard. He's being told that by the human laugh track, who has no job at this point.
Right.
Provides nothing. Ads cannot speak during interviews.
And makes millions of dollars.
What?
And makes millions of dollars.
Oh, it makes tens of millions of dollars. Literally makes more than most of us will make in a lifetime in 1 year doing nothing.
How much does Robin make?
I think it was like 8 million. We found it. It's a lot. I mean, especially for the amount of work she does.
Let's see. As of 2024, Robin Quivers has a net worth of $80 million. As per Forbes, Quivers earns $15 million annually as the long-running co-host of The Howard Stern Show.
Yeah.
Fun fact, Robin Quivers owns a total of 10 luxury cars.
That she can't
drive.
Okay.
By the way, I can read and talk out of my ass at the same. Oh my God, we gotta get rid of JD.
Yeah. We're torturing people.
This is from lawyersclubindia.com. So
it's got to be right.
It must be.
Wait, Robin uses that all the time. Literally, when Robin quotes stuff, it's like Times of India. Yeah. I swear to God, she's done that. She's gotten caught.
Robin make annually. American Radio has a net worth of $75 million and an annual salary of $10 million. So
she's making close to 10. Easily making close to 10 just because.
How much does Robin make per episode? $225,000
for doing nothing. Now, does she make that when she's not on the air for over 2 hours when he's doing the interview? Yes. She's literally sitting there on Home Shopping Network ordering clothes while he's doing the interview, and she's getting paid.
They're laughing about it because a lot of people, like on How I Met Your Mother, making $30,000 per episode in their final year.
Jesus.
$25,000 per episode.
Are you serious?
$225,000.
But that they only do like 20 episodes.
225, 225, 400 for Neil Patrick Harris.
But still,
I don't know what this has to do with the Robin Quivers.
But the thing is, all right, if you put it in perspective, Neil Patrick Harris, what did they do? 20 shows, 25 shows that year?
Well,
and he made 400,000.
2 seasons a year.
Right. But Robin does 90 shows a year, makes 220,000. Just let that set in for a second. Seriously.
Yes. Oh, sorry. This is Robin from How I Met Your Mother.
Oh. It's still pretty close, though. Let me do the math.
He earned $700,000 a year in 2009 from working on the Stern Show. And then roughly another $3 million a year from stand-up gigs. Where is Artie, by the way? God damn it.
Yeah, I haven't heard. Has anybody heard anything about Artie?
Nothing at all. And I can't even write to him or talk to him or anything because, he changes his phone number every, like 4 days.
So Robin makes, you're going to love this. I did rough math, kind of. Probably about $90,000 an episode. $90,000 a show for doing nothing.
No prep work.
Nothing.
Learning lines.
Nothing.
No anything.
Human laugh track. 90 grand.
You know what?
Show.
Good work if you can get it.
Jesus.
Good work. Okay.
Like Jennifer Wetz.
That's right. Let's move on. Do I still have clips? Yeah, I have one more clip. And it's
oh my God.
Because again, end of show means nothing anymore. They just end,
It just rambles into a
exactly. So here's kind of end of show.
Wait,
Very regular.
What?
All right. So before they were talking to Steven Singer when JD was in there.
Right.
And JD was talking about, having to get rid of the ring because I guess Tanko threw the ring back at him. And Steven Singer says something odd. He went, JD, you have a credit at the store. So basically, he gave the engagement ring back, and he has a credit at the.
Why did he have a credit though for that? Why wouldn't he just get the money?
I guess his whole thing about you get the price of the ring. I guess it's a store credit, not cash.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah, that was kind of weird. So he brought the engagement ring back from Tanko to Steven Singer Jewelers, and he has a credit at Steven Singer Jewelers. A good credit, obviously, because Steven Singer's like, you could get that girl a nice little gift very easily with your credit.
Wow.
So yeah, that was like, wow.
Good catch. I did not catch that. All right, here we are.
I called you in on it.
You know what? I'm over tagged. When you tag me in on a Subaru commercial, I start to lose, focus. I start to lose focus on the commercial. I mean, I don't want you to stop doing it. I'm just saying that sometimes it's just too much.
But that's why I'm here, so I can add these tidbits. Add a tidbit because I listen to the show live.
Everything that I'm tagged into has to be clippage. See,
I thought that was fascinating, though. It's like fascinating. Literally, he got the ring back and he was able to trade it back in.
Amazing. I'm actually surprised he didn't get any money for it, but okay, I guess that's the way it works with Steven Singer. You're right.
Yeah, that's his gig there.
All right.
I didn't get to the new game, Martial Arts or Fucking. That will happen next week.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
they're all the same games now. It's like, is this somebody having sex or is it
something else?
Martial arts or somebody getting massage or somebody at the chiropractor
or somebody working out or
all the same game.
Sorry, Robin, I wanted to play that with you and give away some prizes today, but all right. Unfortunately, I was handed horrible news that my staff in meetings are playing Wordle and crossword puzzles.
One more time, Fred.
And it took up a big chunk of the show.
Big chunk.
Unfortunately, yes, there was a breakdown that had to be addressed.
Too bad there isn't a game on the New York Times app called Be a Producer. And the guys could play that during the meeting.
One more time for prosperity.
I was like, enough. And then I was just like, I tapped out. I tapped out at that point.
So the show, see, and it's getting so predictable. They had one commercial break. It was 10 minutes long. And I posted right after it ended, this show's going to 10:10.
Yes.
And what do you know? they kind of did like a half-dick commercial with Steven Singer talking during his commercial at 10:08, and at 10:10, it was dead.
Yeah.
Literally, it is just amazing. It is a 3-hour show on the dot, not a second more. Done. Finite.
Yeah, there's been no extras. I mean,
Nothing.
we need it. Not that we need it. Let's be honest.
I understand it, but literally, Sirius XM is. I mean, you're going into the last year of the contract next year. They got to be going. Honestly, how much would it cost us to tell them to go away?
They're not. They
I
don't.
know, but I mean, a smart company. Remember, they are the worst run company in this part of the universe. Honestly, I've never seen a company run this poorly. They have managed to do it.
Yeah.
But honestly, a real company would go, how much would it cost to get rid of him? And just throw the money at him and then get somebody good.
They have to do the price analysis of that, right?
It's real easy. He's providing no value.
If he left tomorrow, hand to God, I would kill my Sirius off that day. But I wonder how many people. I mean, we have it for a reason. I do have it for a reason.
We have a reason because we're making fun of it.
I have never, in the last 3 or 4 years, used Sirius for anything.
No, I haven't listened to. Mrs. Chair has it in her vehicle, and I'm like, why? And it is intolerable to listen to.
Absolutely.
The DJs interfere every 3 seconds. It is ungodly.
All right, so that was the end of the show. Let's look at this clip that I took from Reddit. Veteran New York news personality Lisa G is now a free agent after a 10-year run as an anchor/writer with iHeart's 24/7 news service on a beat that covered the tri-state area, including 710 WOR New York. Lisa G's impressive resume also includes a decade as a member of the Howard Stern on-air news team at SiriusXM, and back in the day, she worked at Hot 97 New York as co-host to Ed, Lisa, and Dre morning show, alongside Ed Lover and Dr. Dre. My first love has always been radio, says Lisa G, who can be easily contacted at lgsnowflake@gmail.com.
All right. I bet she has plenty of free time. That picture is terrifying.
It is terrifying.
That is terrible. I'm actually kind of scared.
So
that literally looks like something out of a Kubrick movie. I mean, seriously.
Let go of a new, how do you let go of the person that does news on the radio? It's not like we have to look at her. I'm sure
Thank God.
Enough voice. What else do you need?
How old is she though at this point?
That's a good question. She's
got to be almost 70. I mean, she's
glass. Look, it's so funny.
I was right. Oh my God, she's 68.
The same fuzzy picture that's on that image thing. The same fuzzy picture, no clarity at all, is what is the first thing that pops up about her.
Wow.
Weird. So weird.
68 years old, just like I figured.
Yeah, there she is. Lisa G's official page. Let's go see what goes on at Lisa G's life. Lisa G's official page. Of course, she's on Facebook. Where else would she be?
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's Ralph.
Why is she posting Ralph photos? Official page. Last time we saw it was in 23. So yeah, she doesn't even. She's hearkening back to the good old days. But yeah, she's gone from there now. So sorry, Lisa G's available if you would like her to do your news for you. So
yeah, she's totally free at 68. She's got to have her pulse on the nation.
Oh, that's a shame, and if she still has to work at 68, that's really a shame.
I remember, remember she was working for Howard for a while too.
Well, and then let's go to Stupid Graham and see if anything is going on with Beefus real quick. I happen to have taken note. What happened to this cat? Peter Pumpkin is healing beautifully. What happened to him? What happened? Did he lose a leg?
What in the hell?
Had his leg removed. He had an injured leg he wasn't using, possibly from being hit by a car.
Yeah. God, that's like an $8,000 surgery. Jesus.
Is it really?
That's an expensive surgery. A limb removal? Oh, Christ.
Wow.
We could have saved like 100 cats, 200 cats with that money.
Yeah, of course you could. But Peter Pumpkin will live to fight another day.
Oh, good Lord.
Hashtag tripod kitty. Hashtag perfectly imperfect. Okay, let's see what happened with this bunny. My new foster bunny is so funny.
He's still in Florida.
No, so glad you have him.
No. He's still. That's the same tile as Florida.
So much to whomever transported the little floof and everyone who offered to help.
No. He is. That's the same flooring as in Florida. It's the same flooring as the other picture.
Oh, let's go see.
This cat has gone nowhere. That rabbit has gone nowhere.
Let's go see. I know, cat, rabbit, same shit.
Whatever. It doesn't.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, there it is. Same flooring.
Wow.
So, same video.
I didn't think we'd catch that in 7 lines of post here, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
It's literally the same video, except there's no kale in there.
Heaven, what a wonderful life you'll have. Now, let's see what's going on in the other world. No, that's Peter Pumpkin, who just had surgery. That cat's got to be miserable.
Coco and friends. Oh, here's the poor cat and the poor owner. The poor owner who lost her cat.
Replied to Reacher, who made that post during the segment yesterday, right?
Yes.
How are so many people asking how to help this poor woman who had to sacrifice everything and lost her home and her poor baby, and yet Beth does not reply to all of us, imploring her to help the person in need and not just think about animals for once. This is incredibly selfish on her part to not respond and do something for the human for once.
Let's see how ugly it is.
If you read Beth's reply to multiple comments, the owner left no personal information. Maybe you cannot be judgmental of Beth, who clearly does her best. Maybe you can do something besides acting like an asshole on social media.
Wow.
And wait to like your own comment. Maybe read a few replies and you will see that Beth has responded. There is no info on the parent as Garfield was left in his carrier with a note. Do us all a favor. 1, shut the F up. 2, stop following Beth. And 3, go be a miserable piece of shit elsewhere. Oh.
Wow, these people are deranged. I really seriously fucking you're following a sea monkey. I because we're not on Patreon, I won't say it, but you're following a sea monkey that all it cares about is looking good and having really expensive purses that are more than what you make in a year.
And by the way,
that's literally what it does.
I got 6 likes, you bastards. So
I mean, seriously, you people are morons because it doesn't give a crap about you. It doesn't care about you. All of these are props to make it famous. Hashtag
Pittsburgh strong.
Hashtag famous.
Hashtag Pittsburgh. I can't get over how cute this adoption picture is. Oh my god.
Oh dear Lord. Are you serious? Oh, look at this. Hey, One Eye. There it is. One Eye Pete.
I just love my mama so much. She's such a tiny, gentle
sweet. That cat wants to get away. That cat wants to run.
I'm so glad it ripped me a new asshole in Beth's stupid gram. Okay. So
wow.
Beth, and we will end the show our Friday. Mr. Dangles, I think I'm almost scared to know what this is. I have to be honest.
I don't want to know what it is. I'll just watch it.
I haven't watched it, but we're gonna end with Dangles.
Are we gonna come back after this or just end?
I think we're gonna end after Dangles. And listen, go to Patreon for all the Patreon followers and to get word on what will be happening on Friday. If I can do that for us, we will watch it. But we won't.
And also tell your friends, tell your family, go to DJ's Classic Garage if you like cars. I have 108 videos. I have to have something you like.
Jesus, that's
come
almost
and come and follow me, man.
Holy shit.
We'll have fun.
Here we go.
Hello, this is Mr. Dangles News. About a week ago, Howard Stern interviewed Carlos Santos. Wait, it's Kamala Harris, who is running for president. Steven Crowder have a lot to say about Howard Stern. And Steven Crowder's another podcast guy. On this day, a segment called, or Steven Crowder did a segment called "What a Piece of Shit." I have a few clips for you guys. Most of the stuff that he mentions, us here at RadioGunk have heard numerous times. He doesn't know what woke means, Howard Stern. I guess that's one way to dodge an accusation, make up some pretend meaning, and then never mention it again. Also, Stern hates Democrats. He thinks they are communist, but now he votes for them religiously. Okay, let's play the video.
Howard Stern. He has flipped and flopped to a degree that is, and you have to ask yourself, why? Kamala Harris just actually said something very, I would say, very astute. She said, you don't change your values. You can change your opinions on issues, but not your values. Why has Howard Stern fundamentally changed all of his values? Why did he go from anti-establishment bad boy to not only establishment shill, but an enforcer for the establishment? So far, he went as far as saying that people who don't fall in line with the COVID protocol basically need to be banned from society, potentially jailed. How did that transition happen? Is it genuine? Or no, wait, hint, it's money, which brings us to this week's What a Piece of Shit.
What a piece of shit.
All right, good. Okay, so here we're going to start with now. In 2023, Howard Stern, this is the new Howard. He ripped some of his critics and said that actually he's proud to be woke.
By the way, I kind of take that as a compliment that I'm woke. I'll tell you how I feel about it. To me, the opposite of woke is being asleep. And if woke means I can't get behind Trump, which is what I think it means, or that I support people who want to be transgender, or I'm for the vaccine, well, dude, call me woke as you want.
Radical, dude. But here's then in 2008, so pretty recently, he said he would never vote Democrat again because they're communists.
But I got so crazy over this yesterday, so I called my agent, and my agent, he's very liberal, Democrat kind of guy.
Oh, yes.
I go, that's it.
You have
He
to
goes,
quit the Democratic Party?
He goes, what do you mean? I go, you know what, Don? I voted Republican and I voted Democrat. I have vowed I will never vote for a Democrat again. I don't give a f-
No matter who they are?
No matter who they are. I don't care if God becomes a Democrat. I said I backed Hillary Clinton. I backed Al Gore. I backed John Kerry. I am done with them. And he goes, what happened? I go, the fact that these Democrats on the FCC are communists, they're for communism. They don't want to see this is gangsterism.
So that seems pretty cut and dry. He said never. He said never. I vowed to never vote Democrat again. So,
well, that was a lie.
Okay, hold on. We get another clip.
There's more.
There's more. There's always more. I have 4 clips.
Next clip is about Howard crying about free speech on the David Letterman show. But then Crowder points out that Howard doesn't give a shit about free speech when he's not getting fined. When other people are getting fined, Howard doesn't give 2 fucks about free speech.
It's money. Let's go to a couple of flip-flops here. Here's the first one, right? He was a free speech advocate back in the day. Here's a clip from his famous interview with Letterman 91.
The United States government, I guess they listen to my radio show. People in the government, the FCC.
So. You're a very influential man.
They listen to my show, and they came away with a feeling that I did something wrong. So they sent a letter to the radio station saying that they're going to bring me up on charges because I said lesbians filled with lust. On one of my broadcasts, I said lesbians filled with lust. Now, what does that mean, lesbians filled with lust? You can't say that in America? Is there no First Amendment there?
You can say that, sure.
Right, absolutely. Lesbians filled with lust.
The First Amendment specifically addresses that.
And none of those people are supporters of the First Amendment today, as seen by Stern's flop, where he then went on to conduct fawning interviews with noted and anti-free speech advocates, Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden to the degree that it's uncomfortable.
The Electoral College, I can't explain that. I think it was for some farmer who felt that he was his
So
rights to be denied. But the majority of the people in the country voted for you.
Right.
You got the job
By the way,
done.
Hillary fit 9 ping pong
When
balls.
you're standing there watching, what the hell is going through your head? Are you just?
I'm
I
not
would
shooting
imagine you were
power.
on antidepressants that day.
You know how? Here's how I felt about it. I mean, obviously, I was crushed. I was disappointed.
Ask
and
her
I
about all the
was
FCC
really
fines under her
Because
husband's
I'm sitting
administration.
here with a phenomenal.
You railed
guest,
against them, now you
somebody
support
I've
them.
wanted
Oh,
to
'cause they're
meet for
finding
the
other
longest
people.
Time, and
Oh.
somebody I'm an admirer of, and somebody I adore. And it is not someone doing an impression. It is the real president of the United States of America, President Joe Biden. And welcome.
I think I should leave now.
Yeah, it's a pretty good introduction. You're able to embrace people who didn't vote for you.
All right. Again, there's no actual why. What a piece of shit. I just.
Okay.
This is a simple clip of how he flip-flops on people that he needs to use to get in with what he thinks is the popular crowd, like Rosie O'Donnell. Okay, I will play the clip now.
Are they going to do the jelly beans?
Here's the flip. Howard Stern, long history of, rightfully so, crapping on Rosie O'Donnell.
When Rosie, who is so scripted and so fake, I mean, I've told you a million times already what a fake she is. In real life,
He
she's
told us a
horrible
million
person.
times.
She's mean to the people she works with. She's mean to people at a pool at the Four Seasons. I met a guy 2 seconds after he was berated by her. She growled at him like an animal because he had the nerve to go over and say he was a big fan.
She's a monster.
And then, of course, he went on to say that actually Rosie is a fabulous comic, brilliant, and I began to develop a relationship with her, a flip-flop on that. He did the same thing with Ellen DeGeneres, Kathy Lee Gifford, all of the people who, by the way, he needed to develop relationships with to be successful in legacy media because he was a dinosaur. Again, hint, the reason is money. What a piece of
What a piece of shit.
Last clip. Okay. For the win. Last clip.
Slam dunk.
Fucking love Dangles. God.
This is
Here we go.
The next clip, Frowner states that Howard must have backstabbed Donald Trump. Howard calls him a friend in one of the clips, but we all know that Howard cannot be friends with anyone. Howard says Trump is also one of his best guests ever. But in my opinion, Howard's new fans must have told him that he has to cut Donald Trump free. Okay, here's the clip.
Here's the flip. Donald Trump was a guest on Howard Stern no less than 40 times, more than 40 times. For those of you who aren't familiar with it, here's actually a montage just to wet your whistle.
And you're probably, I would say, the greatest judge of beauty on this planet. In fact, I would create a TV show for you where all you did was just judge women.
Now, that may be the best idea of all.
Donald Trump, I'll tell you how I became your friend. I saw Donald Trump as a victim. A victim. During the Ivana divorce case, I saw you as a victim.
You say he's one of the best guests.
He is one of the best guests ever. Why? Because as a radio guest, he says whatever pops into his mind, and he understands how to play that game. Doesn't appeal to everyone, but it appeals to enough people. That style appeals to enough people to turn them on.
So in other words, he's just the national, the presidential version of what you were trying to be, which brings us to the flop. Howard Stern doesn't hate Donald Trump so much as he actively, and he says plainly, hates you, the voter of Donald Trump.
This whole idea, if you like me, you're good. And if you don't, you're bad. I mean, I've been the victim of this. I don't hate the guy. I hate the people who vote for him. I think they're stupid. I do. I'll be honest with you. I have no respect for you.
All right, let's bring it up.
What a piece of shit.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
Wow.
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 Damn. Damn, going hard. Going in a hole, baby. He's going in a hole.
I'm trying to understand the Dangles because I don't really know who Mr. Dangles is, and he is like completely in character. Like anytime I have ever corresponded with him, so it's just
That was like Shaq going to the hole. I mean, that was seriously that was.
It's delicious. Thank you, Mr. Dang. Oh, sorry.
Christ.
Thank you, Mr.
There's
Dang.
a part 2. There's more.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you. There you go. Yeah, that was great. And listen, he's completely correct. And Howard is more like Trump than he isn't, and he doesn't realize that. And I think
he's Trump without the intelligence.
Well, I wouldn't call Donald Trump intelligent.
Yeah, but he's definitely no 69 IQ. He did make more money than Howard.
He knows how to manipulate things to bend to his will. And listen, as we did with Howard for many, many years, this is why they're so alike in so many different ways. They're both narcissists. They both.
Well, you have to be a narcissist. I mean,
don't like
at a certain point.
They're both slightly thin-skinned. They both have hair. Yes, I'll go with that. Very good. Very good.
Well, I think Trump has more of his hair than Howard does.
I think he might have a slight Mr. Softy swirl system going.
Yeah, there's a little swirls, but Howard has a full-on helmet going on there.
That's a system as well. All right, guys, thank you so much for participating with us tonight. We really did appreciate doing the show with you tonight. If we have some clips from the studio audience, we will definitely play that for you next week. Thank you so much, Mr. Dangles. I love when you contribute to the show. Nothing makes me happier. It's just a really, really fun kind of thing to do. You don't know who Mr. Dangles is? No, I have no idea who he is.
We don't have a clue. He's
Not
like
at
a mystery wrapped in an enigma surrounded by a question mark.
There you go. Exactly.
That's what he is.
He is. Okay. So please go to DJ's Classic Garage and check out what's going on with this fucking guy right there.
This fucking guy right here. I like cars.
And then pay attention to the Patreon for doing the fight on Friday night if we can do it. And if we can, we will do it. All right, my friends. So yeah, that's it. Have a great night. Thank you as always for participating with us. We love the chat. We love all of you guys. And yeah, that's it. See you anon. Thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any discussion at RadioGunk.com in the forum section. Follow us on Instagram or Twitter at RadioGunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so that you know when we're going to have a new show. Thanks.